Hello students, in this lecture class we will discuss supernode analysis, which is the another technique to find circuit parameter. Now here we see what is supernode. Supernode consists of two adjacent nodes that are connected by a voltage source. Again I repeat, this is the definition of supernode. If the question is what is supernode, it means it consists of two adjacent node that are connected by a voltage source. This is the definition of supernode. This one is one example. This is a circuit. If the question is to find circuit parameter or current flowing through any branch by using nodal analysis method, first you find how many nodes are there in the given circuit. You see, this is one node naming as 1, this one is one node naming as 2, this one is third one, this one is fourth, fifth and sixth. This fourth, fifth, sixth node, they are considered as single node because no such element is connected in between these nodes. If you see node 2 and 3, in between node 2 and 3 there is a voltage source, you consider it as a single node, which is called as supernode. What is supernode? It consists of two adjacent node that are connected by a voltage source. So here in this example circuit 2 and 3, in this example circuit 2 and 3 are considered by supernode or single node. And if you want to write nodal equation for this example circuit, then the same procedure you have already followed in nodal analysis method, here also you follow the same procedure. Here you assign voltages for each non-reference. Here I assume this 4-1 as a reference, means here potential is 0. Let V1 is the potential at node 1, V2 is the potential at node 2 and V3 is the potential at node 3. Now here I write KCL equation for node 1, 2 and 3. For node 1, the KCL equation is current flowing through this branch, already it is given, so my direction is inward, then through 3 ohm and through 2 ohm. This current you consider by assuming V1 as a source node. So 10 ampere, it is the incoming, and outgoing are current flowing through 3 ohm, that is V1 by 3, and current flowing through 2 ohm, that is V1 minus V2 by 1 ohm. It is equation number 1. Then if you write nodal equation or KCL equation for node 2, see node 2 and node 3, these are the single node. You consider these two node as a single node. So how you write KCL equation or nodal equation for this node? See here. See, when you write nodal equation for super node 2 and 3, at that time you consider it as a source node. If you consider this as a source node, current or outgoings from this node. As I consider this V2 and V3, 2 and 3 node as a single. So these three current I consider through 2 ohm, through 1 ohm, through 5 ohm and through 2 ohm. For better clarification, I rearrange the circuit diagram. For super node, the circuit diagram is, this is 1 node, this is 2 node, this is node 3, this one is 2 ohm, 1 ohm, here it is 5 ohm, 2 ohm. This point are reference one. Okay, this is the simplified circuit. Now 2 and 3, which one is the super node or single node? So if you assume it as a source node, all the current outgoings like this. Here it is 10 volt source is there, 10 volt. Okay. So what is the nodal voltage equation? Through 2 ohm, here I consider voltage is V2, here V1, here V3. So through 2 ohm, current flowing is V2 minus V1 by 2. Then through 1 ohm, it is V2 by 1. Then through 5 ohm, here see another voltage source 10 volt is there. Here the potential is V3, it is the highest potential point. Plus terminals are towards each other. So V3 minus 10 by 5. Then next through 2 ohm, V3 by 2 ohm is equal to 0. Okay. This is equation 2. Now from this circuit, the potential difference V2 minus V3 is this voltage, that is 20 volt. Take it as equation 3. Clear? Now after solving this, suppose here my question is to find current flowing through 5 ohm resistor. In this example circuit, suppose my question is to find current flowing through 5 ohm resistor. So current flowing through 5 ohm resistor is V3 minus 10 by 5. So first you find V3. First you find V3, then after you find current flowing through 5 ohm resistor. If you solve this 3 equation 1, 2 and 3, you get the value of nodal voltage V3 as this voltage minus 8.42 volt. And how you get this this value? By solving equation 1, 2 and 3. And if you put this value here, this value in this equation, you get current flowing through 5 ohm resistor is minus 3.68 ampere. Here you get the sign of current flowing through 5 ohm is negative. So actually in this circuit current is flowing towards this 3 node, or you write the conclusion at current flowing through five ohm resistor is towards node 3. And if you get positive answer, no need to write this conclusion. If you get negative for this question, I get this current as a negative, so my conclusion is the assumed direction is opposite to the actual direction, or simply you write current flowing through 5 ohm resistor is towards node 3. Next we see source transformation. So what is source transformation? You know that in electrical circuit two sources are there, voltage source and current source. In some cases it is necessary to convert current source into voltage source and vice versa. Here we see how you convert that voltage source into current source and current source into voltage source. So before this we see that what is means how voltage source and current source are connected in a circuit. A practical voltage source consists of ideal voltage source in series with internal resistor. Similarly, a practical current source consists of an ideal current source in parallel with internal resistor. It means a practical voltage source, a source is called to be practical voltage source if a ideal voltage source is connected, it is an ideal voltage source is connected in series with an internal resistor, this one, and here maybe load is connected. This is a practical voltage source. Then how a practical current source represents? A practical current source consists of an ideal current source in parallel with internal resistance. in parallel with internal resistance. Here maybe a load is connected in this case. Here it is a load. Here Rp is the series resistor for practical voltage source, and Rs, sorry, this Rs, this is the Rp, this is the parallel resistor for practical current source. Now we consider one simple example. Suppose a voltage source with internal resistance is given. This is 100 volt and this one is 10 ohm. Question is to convert this voltage source into current source. How you convert? You know that here you apply simply Ohm's law. Here, as you know that current is voltage by resistance. You just divide this voltage source magnitude with this resistance. 100 by 10. So it is 10 ampere. And without changing the resistance value, you connect it in parallel. Clear? In my question, suppose the question is the reverse one, means you convert this current source into voltage source. Suppose the question is the reverse one. Okay, the current, practical current source is given having the amplitude of 10 volt and resistance is 10 ohm, and question is to convert this current source into voltage source. How you convert? Here you simply apply the Ohm's law. As you know that a practical voltage source consists of internal resistance in series. The magnitude of this voltage source, you know that it is by Ohm's law, I into R. This current and resistance you multiply, it is 100 volt, and without changing this parallel resistor you connect it in series with the practical voltage source. So in this way, in any complex circuit, if you need some changes in between voltage and current source, in this method you can change.